Hello everyone, welcome to The Joy of Coping with COVID's head game. This is going to be an episode where I'm going to try to help you draw something. You can draw with me or just watch me draw, but due to us all either being at home or being stressed out by the coronavirus lately, I think it'd be helpful for some of us to just get something done at home, draw a picture, relax. I think I'm going to draw a cowboy today. I already have some sort of idea of what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to get a mostly red background. I'm not going to put a hat on him because I think that'd be a bit too obvious, but I'm going to try to capture that vibe through his facial features and his background. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to get started with this. So right now I'm going to be getting into the face of the cowboy character, and this is something that I can't really give you too much advice on besides just from watching me. I already have an idea of like a very stern, stoic looking person that I want, and I'm going to try to follow with that by making a rigid brow line, a very sharp bridge of the nose, a very stout expression, not a smile or anything, and I'm going to have him kind of gazing off. So that's the idea I have. If you want to follow along, obviously try to emulate what I'm doing, but if you want to just take this as advice, go ahead and add your own emotion to what you think this character would be doing right now. So at the moment, I'm very happy with how the face has turned out. I think I have a solid face in this character. I think he has a lot of emotion, and I think he does have a lot of character in him as well. I'm going to be trying to follow the hair up with that. So I didn't have anything set for the hair. I just knew I wasn't going to have hat. But now that I have the face, I can kind of give him a hairstyle that I think this character would have. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. So now that I have a more than broad idea of what I want this to look like, I'm going to start filling in the background, but you're going to notice I'm going to be using mostly light colors. I'm not really going to be using heavy dark colors because I plan to go over this later with pretty much a coat of semi-transparent red to try to give it a unifying color later. So I'm not going to be focused or worrying too hard about the colors I put on. To prepare for the red wash I'm going to be doing later, I'm going to be covering everything inside of a sort of yellowish layer, a very thin one. I think I use a 15% on the opacity scale. So if you're doing this with real paint, you just want to use mostly majority water. And we're getting about to the end of it. I am going to add the red wash over everything. I'm using a 65% opacity on my tablet, but if you're doing this in real art, you just want to use a little over half maturity paint to water ratio for your red wash. And probably the last thing I'm going to do is just fill up the spaces that I missed. I'm going to be coloring in blotches that I missed that still have white on them. I'm going to be putting black, full black, not just dark red on the hair to add some texture to it. And I'm going to fix up the eye. I didn't like the eye. It didn't fit in. since I'm eyeballing it, I just saw that it didn't work, so I'm going to fix that real quick, and I'm going to show you guys the finished product. This was a little bit short, and I bet some of you are probably thinking that you could do better than this, and you're probably right. And some of you are probably thinking, this is a lot better than something I could do, and you might be right as well. The point, this isn't really a competition. This is just to help people get out there and cope with COVID's head game by being creative, doing something artsy, making something. You could watch TV for an hour. You could, paint something that you could show your friends. It's all kind of a personal thing. But anyways, thank you for joining me for the first episode, and probably the last episode, of The Joy of Coping with COVID's Head Game. Thank you.